When a husband's secret tears his family apart, the fallout is unforgettable. These are the top 10 cheating husband movies so scandalous, you'll be glued to the screen, and I bet you, movie number 7 is total forbidden betrayal you won't want miss. At number 1. Gurov and Anna, 2014. This movie follows Ben, a literature professor in Montreal, who becomes obsessed with Anton Chekhov's The Lady with the Dog. He attempts to live out that narrative by engaging in a clandestine love affair with one of his students, Mercedes. Ben is in a marriage with Audrey, but over time he feels that their relationship has lost its spark. When Audrey travels to Paris for her own writing work, Ben meets Mercedes. The lines between fantasy and reality begin to blur. He sees Mercedes as his Anna, and tries to emulate the Chekhov story in real life. As the affair deepens, guilt, power dynamics, and emotional conflict pull all three characters into a tense triangle. What's compelling here is the self-reflexivity. The film comments on literature, obsession, and the danger of trying to live through art. Ben's ambition to turn life into art ends up exposing darker impulses and vulnerability. Number 2. Love in Between, 2010. This movie follows a woman who discovers that her husband is having an affair, then sets out to befriend his lover, with all the emotional complications that follow. In Love in Between, Professor Yoon Ji-suk is married to So Young, a doctor, but begins an affair with his student, Soo-ji. When So Young finds out, she doesn't respond with immediate hostility. Instead, she schemes to infiltrate Soo-ji's life and becomes acquainted with her, all while wrestling with betrayal, empathy, revenge, and moral ambiguity. This film excels at emotional subtlety. It's not black and white. It questions, how far would you go to reclaim your dignity? Can pain turn into empathy? And what happens when you see the humanity in someone you once considered the other woman? At number 3. Fatal Attraction, 1987. This movie follows a married man's weekend fling that spirals into obsession and terror, threatening everything he holds dear. Dan Gallagher, a seemingly average attorney, has an affair with Alex Forrest during a weekend while his wife and child are away. Alex, however, refuses to let it be just a fling. As Dan tries to extricate himself, Alex's behavior becomes increasingly intrusive, unpredictable, and dangerous. What starts as a secret moral lapse becomes a psychological horror: stalking, sabotage, and threats. Fatal Attraction is a cautionary tale about the consequences of betrayal. It forces viewers to ask, who bears responsibility? Is it the one who steps out, or the one who refuses to let go? And can an act of passion turn into violence? Number 4. Trust, 2021. This movie follows from Uncomfortable Truths. It explores whether trust, once broken, for the Flute, 1987. This movie follows Leonid Filimonov, a bureaucrat married into privilege, whose life is upended when he meets a nurse, Lida, and is forced to choose between comfort and authenticity. In Forgotten Melody for a Flute, also Forgotten Melody for the Flute, Filimonov leads a comfortable life, a well-connected marriage, status, and routine. But his soul is restless. When he falls for Lida, a woman whose life is simpler, more genuine, he confronts what he sacrificed for stability. As his emotional affair intensifies, he tries to reconcile who he is with who he wants to be. Eventually, the conflict between duty and desire takes its toll, leading to heartbreak and existential reflection. The film wrestles with the idea that the soul's longing isn't always compatible with the structures we build around ourselves. It's a meditation on regret, authenticity, and the cost of human compromise. Number 6. Amor Fati, 2021. This movie follows characters grappling with fate, love, and choice, exploring how acceptance and resistance dance in relationships. While I couldn't locate a widely documented synopsis for Amor Fati, 2021, the title suggests themes of a more fatty love of one's fate. In a relationship context, this could mean embracing what life gives you. The joys, the heartbreaks, the betrayals. A film with this title might examine whether we fight destiny or lean into it, how much control we truly have, and whether love can survive acceptance or resignation. At number 7, The Players, 2020. This movie follows a group of married men who make a bet to seduce single women until things spiral out of control with unforeseen consequences. The Players, original title Glee Infidelity, is a French-Italian comedic drama about male vanity, infidelity, and the line between game and harm. The married men, confident in their ability to lie without consequence, view seduction as sport. But as relationships unravel and deceptions compound, the film forces them, and the audience, to face the moral weight behind casual betrayal. This one adds a dash of satire. Infidelity isn't just about emotional needs, sometimes it's arrogance, competition, or ego. It asks, what happens when the game stops being fun? And who pays the price? Number 8. Don't Look Up, 2021. This movie follows two astronomers who discover a comet is on a collision course with Earth, and the world largely ignores or mocks them, prioritizing politics, media, and self-interest over urgent truth. Dr. Randall Mindy and PhD Kate Dibiasky make a shocking discovery. A comet will hit Earth in 6 months, causing mass extinction. They launch a media tour, trying to warn governments and the public. But they meet skepticism, denial, and distractions. Politics, celebrity culture, social media, and institutional inertia. As the deadline looms, chaos erupts. While not strictly a relationship or betrayal film, Don't Look Up is relevant in this list for its exploration of collective betrayal, how society betrays truth, how leaders betray responsibility, and how mass delusion can erode trust. It's a searing satire about priorities, moral cowardice, and the price of ignoring what matters. There you have it, 10 films that navigate love, betrayal, longing, and the human soul with rawness and depth. Some are well known, others waiting to be discovered. What binds them is this: they all force us to ask difficult questions. What do we owe to others? To ourselves? If you like this video, hit like, subscribe, and drop in the comments. Which of these have you seen? Which ones will you hunt down? And which ones would you add to a list like this?
I can't stop thinking about you.